Okay, so this morning we are going to show you a proper way to introduce dogs that don't know each other, especially when they're on a leash. So this can be if you just adopted a dog and you want to see if it's going to work in your home with your current dog, or if your friend just got a new dog, or maybe you and your friend, your dogs have never met. So any dogs that haven't met that you're introducing and you want to keep them on a leash, this is the best way to do it. You're going to start out single file. One person has one dog, one person has the other dog. You're going to keep a safe distance in between the two of you in case one of the dogs decides to go for the other dog. And you're just going to start feeling out how they react in that situation. If you can, keep the leashes loose, but stay close to the dog. So you want your dog in a heel. And just be calm. Be paying attention so that you can grab your dog and move away or whatever you might need to do if stuff goes wrong. But stay calm and relaxed. So I'm going to demonstrate, there's 4 different positions that you want to take to feel this out. So we're going to start first with me in front and Maddie's going to be behind me. I've got Buddy here and this is Izzy. Buddy and Izzy do live in the same house and they're great friends, so we won't have any aggression issues, but they're wonderful demo dogs. So here we go. Come on, Buddy. So you can see Maddie's a safe distance behind me with Izzy. She can't lunge for Buddy if she wanted to. And we're just walking nice and slow and easy. We're watching for if Buddy turns his head and tries to look at her, if there's any snarling, growling, lunging, any sort of leash aggression. That's all the kind of stuff you want to look for. If they're just walking calmly like this together, that's great stuff. And once we get here, we're going to stop and we're going to change positions and we're going to keep our bodies in between us, in between the dogs, so the dogs aren't next to each other. And Maddie's going to come next to me like that, and then he's going to go in front and we're going to do the same thing. Come on. And again, there's no rush here. Just keep everybody comfortable. Keep the situation calm. If you can do it in a place like this with no distractions, no other dogs, that's absolutely ideal. If you can do it in a situation where you're not on anybody's home turf, again, that's really ideal. So don't bring a dog to your front yard and do this if you can avoid it. Go to a park or something. Okay, so the next step now is we're going to walk the dogs next to each other, but Maddie and I are still going to keep our bodies in between them so that they're not right next to each other. So I'm going to come up next to him, still keeping a safe distance between the dogs, and we're going to do another loop. So you can see these guys have no interest in trying to interact with each other, which is awesome. It's exactly what you want. They're not trying to go for each other or cross us. Good dogs. And everything, again, is just calm and relaxed. Keep the energy positive and stay nice and relaxed. Buddy really wants to go back to the house right now. Okay, last step is putting the dogs next to each other, but again, keeping a safe distance so you can easily intervene without anybody getting hurt if anything happens. So I'm going to step to the other side of Buddy, and we're going to get them a little closer to each other. I don't know if you can see from this angle, but we've got about 4 feet?
Yeah.
4 feet in between us. And again, we're just going to do one more loop. This is getting a little too close. You know, could pull their leash and grab each other. So you want to make sure that there's not enough distance for anybody to bite the other. You want to keep a safe distance in between. Again, these two are friends, so we don't have to worry about that, but if you're with dogs that have never met each other and this is the first time they're walking close to each other, you got to be careful. So that's good. Beautiful. Good job, guys. Okay. So they did wonderful, of course, because they already know each other, and they're good dogs. They're well trained. So the things you want to look for when you're doing this exercise is dogs being really nervous about each other. You know, the one that's in front might be looking back, wondering what's going on back there. There might be lunging, there might be pulling, there might be snarling, barking, growling. The whale eye, which is when your dog's looking off to the side and you see all that white on the side of the eye. Any of those things are indicators that things might not go so well if they are actually able to interact. You know, they probably are going to be a little bit nervous about each other because they've never met each other. But you just want to gauge their reaction. Are their hackles up, which is the hair on the back of the neck? Are they super nervous and they're not paying any attention to you and they just want to get to that other dog? You know, obviously the growling, barking, snarling, those are all nasty indicators. And so you might need to do this more than once and see if it gets better, if things don't go so well the first time. You also, if you can, once you've done this exercise, if things have gone well, take the dogs inside to your home or your friend's home, however that works, and put them both in a place on their bed and let them just chill out. Near each other again, but they're not actually interacting, and just let them be for a half hour, 45 minutes, an hour on their beds, far enough apart from each other that they're not touching, they're, you know, a safe distance, and be there to mediate and manage the situation and just see how that goes. If dogs can be comfortable with each other in proximity but not interacting, that's the best way to start, and then you move things up from there. I hope this helps you guys. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know, and we'll get another video out to you soon.